possibilities whether they can challenge the anti-mage's farm.
That's a very interesting last pick. So it's going to be a Universe Shaker, I assume.
And then they're able to get a really free Storm game from him. I actually think that's how they set it up every single time. And so I was almost convinced that was going to be an AUI Lina, because it was taken way too early. And once you see that Lina, you're thinking to yourself, okay, what are the heroes that can counter it? How are we going to counter it? And you're overly focused on it.
Yeah, and even if it isn't a Storm Spirit, putting it out like that, like putting out the early mid and going, okay, focus on the fact that it's going to be, this hero mid and try and counter it that way, and all of a sudden they go, surprise, that's now going to be a 4-position Lina, and we're running a different mid. That's a good way to set up Sumail for success, who is known for being very much a 1 versus 1 mid lane focused player.
Exactly, and I mean, the hero that you don't want to give him under any circumstance in a game like this is probably that Storm Spirit, but I mean, it's just a really smart way for PPD to set it up so that there's no anti-mage on the other team or anything like that. But Sumail's pushing the lane forward. He wants to look for this opportunity. He's got enough stick charges. He's gonna
go for it. There goes the ultimate. First blood picked up by Sumail. Lana gonna try and counter him as best as possible. It looks like with the help of the tower, they might be able to get this kill. The Shadow Grave comes in on time from PPD, and now Sumail just trying to get that distance. There's gonna be no heal out. The wand is not gonna be enough. Lana, he's gonna be targeted now by PPD. He doesn't have enough damage by himself, though it seems. But AUI comes in from the side, and they pick up a 2-for-1 special in the middle lane.
And that's what I'm talking about. CTY.
Looks like an invis is going to be found by AUI, saving that one for Sumail to pick up. Perhaps he's going to use it with his next ultimate coming off cooldown in 1 minute's time. EHOME, though, actually, as they pick up their rune, they go for a 3-man smoke. But Universe has already backed himself up. It doesn't look like, well, maybe they will find the kill. Universe is going to charge right forward. They've got the ward, leading with the telekinesis, and CTY jumping in. Universe very dead, couldn't even get off of Fisher. And this will then allow them to take this tier 1.
He can do when he gets just a few minutes of space. And I feel like EG abuses that to the max.
Yeah, so essentially at that point in time, you're looking at either, hey, you try and gank us, you're going for the Lina first, in which case that's an okay, like especially if you smoke for it. Not a big deal if the 4 position is ganked, making sure that your safe lane Fear manages to be the one that avoids that gank. Speaking of that, AUI, he's going to be caught here. Lunham, telekinesis, YJ, doesn't even need the ultimate. Not necessary. That's the damage that we're talking about from the Luna Aura.
He's going to get a pretty quickly uncontested Battle Fury, and I mean, it's hard for EHOME to be able to contest the jungle at this phase of the game. EG's doing a really good job of keeping vision up at all times, and I think they actually know that the smoke gank is coming. They're pinging like crazy. PPD's immediately running down, and
yeah, it's the counter ward. The counter ward that was placed down as EHOME moved through. They dropped a counter ward, but there was already one from EG, both a regular ward and a sentry. So they see that ward being placed, and they know EHOME, they smoked up, they ran through that area, they dropped the counter ward, and they're coming to gank Fear, and that's why PPD is going to be the one sitting here. Fear is actually hitting himself in the trees right now, waiting for EHOME to go for the dive. Let's see if EG respond with any sort of TPs here, or if they just give up PPD. He's been targeted by RTK. The Iron Shell's on him. Here comes the mass TPs. They do have the Luna who's ready to go with that ultimate, but so too is Sumail. Jumps in. There goes the Winter's Curse onto him. They're going to try and pop immediately. YJ lets loose the ultimate. Sumail gets off his own, but not enough to get a kill as they EHOME just running over Evil Geniuses at this point. This was not the fight to take. 4 down, soon to be 5 as Universe trapped in a corner up against a creep. Leisurely, EHOME just stroll right into that tier 1 tower, pick up 5 kills, don't drop a single hero, and now get a tier 1 tower. That's the way you set the tempo for the match.
I mean, props to Lon M. He steals the weave, if you didn't notice, and that makes everybody on EG just drop to like 4 hits from everybody on EHOME, and that's what I was talking about. EHOME go for that smoke gank. It's meant to just take the tower. If you get a kill, great, but I mean, that went pretty much better than they ever could have imagined. Grabbing 5 with the tower, grabbing the anti-mage too without even a disable. Fantastic play by EHOME as Lon M with that weave. That physical damage was just a little bit too much for them to handle.
I'm incredibly surprised that they went for that fight in the first place, especially with the anti-mage still trying to close in on that Battle Fury. That just sets them back so drastically, but in the middle lane, they're going to be able to get a pick off CTY, or maybe not. They need a little bit more damage. CTY is going to be able to make the jump soon. Still has enough damage, a 200 HP, and he's able to get out. Evil Geniuses just do not have the nuke potential. But their jungle is possible while still safely doing it. Sumail is farming up that hard camp. And there goes EHOME. And this is the thing that's really dangerous about EHOME. We constant a lot of them in the group stage. They look pretty much flawless when they're in control of the game.
Yeah, and this is what they're going for. They're trying to get one pick off. They see Sumail right now, and they want to get the mid tower immediately after that. That's why CTY is pushing the lane in, so EHOME can go for this wraparound. Sumail's the real target here, though. DDC, he should pop the Arctic Burn soon.
UI going to be targeting Sumail, already caught. There goes the double disables. They're going to try and burst them both down. They will be successful, especially with Lanham stealing that line strike array. Universe just throws out a Fisher to try and stall up EHOME, but they're going to take the last tier 1 tower remaining of Evil Geniuses.
Every single time EHOME goes for this play, they set it up so well. They send one hero to push in the mid lane so the others can wrap around and that one hero can join them.
And the quick BKB of YJ, it looks pretty obvious that EHOME are kind of going all in for that 20 to 25 minute marker. And if they can actually take down all the tier 2s, pick up Roshan with the amazing amount of team fight that they have, they'll just get such a large net worth lead. Now AUI is going to be caught here. Lanham stealing that one. They actually managed to grab the blink as well, so we may look for more. No, never mind, just AUI. That's all
For top, but EUI's in position, and I think after this stack, they'll probably go for the Roshan.
Jump in, Sumail going to be the target here with the Orchid. AUI will respond, but Light Strike array dodged by CTY. No fortunes of Evil Geniuses, but it's looking like EHOME perhaps just a bit too far ahead. They give the Aegis over to CTY. This is going to be one of those free pickoff situations. He's going to jump in, go for PPD with that Orchid and the double damage. Easy kill there. Just walks away. For him to farm up, so he's got to play a little risky. He's got to be as efficient as humanly possible, even if it does come at the risk.
Oh, it's hot.
Jump in, YJ managed to get the cold embrace, and looks like EHOME are going to be just fine. In fact, they're all even looking for the Winter's Curse there. CTY going to come in for the side. Sumail spots him out, puts the Orchid on him. PPD is responding there with at least the heal. Universe doesn't have anything to be able to jump in. They just put the Shroud Grave, and Sumail will be able to get out, but EHOME push back Evil Geniuses for another tower.
Yeah, this should be a free tower for them. There's no way that EG decide to defend this anymore. They use the Echo Slam already at top. And this is going to mean that Fear is just going to go for the split push. He was going to go for the Vlads, but recognizes that that Orchid Storm is going to allow that to happen.
Oh, CTY comes in with like pretty much no HP at all. He's fearless, and whoa! What a dodge! He still goes down, but that's just the Aegis. Fear's going to try and jump away. ROTK tries to follow him, but it was a blink and TP out. CTY, man, what a dangerous player. Almost picks up the kill on the Animage. That would have been huge. Still, though, the tower goes to the Radiant, and that's something for EG.
This hurts to watch. He's actually, I mean, this just embarrasses me. That dodge, that timing on it as well, it was just so well played. And CTY making himself a case for the best Storm here. And I mean, that's just absurd to me. It's like, I'm speechless right now every single time that he goes for it. He's about to pick up a 24-minute Bloodstone Orchid in a competitive game against one of the best teams in the world. Is absurd, but EG, I mean, they can still do it. That was an excellent escape by Fear. He's about to pick up the Manta style. I can't stop saying it enough. Anti-Mage versus Storm Spirit, one of the easiest things to do. All you have to do is wait for that 10k Storm net worth to go in. You instantly get rid of it with just one mana point.
Oh, Fear spotted out by DDC and Lanham. They actually stole the blink, brings it back. Telekinesis. Winter's Curse is going to be coming in soon. Get the pullback. Winter's Curse now laid onto Fear with the Orchid on top. It's almost enough damage. There it is. Wicked sick for CTY. And he looks for more on the side of Lanham. PPD trying to go for the TP out, but no chance. EHOME, the nukes are too much.
I mean, this means that EHOME would also have to mess up a lot. Like, the Winter's Curse would have to be misplaced, the Luna would have to be preoccupied, and you're going to rely on a huge Universe Echo Slam right now.
EG going for a 3-man smoke behind Fear. Hoping to be able to catch somebody in this top lane and turn it into an objective. They're going to lead onto ROTK. Sumail jumping in, going to try and blow up the Darkseer as soon as possible. Everything being blown there. Now CTY jumps in with the Orchid onto Sumail. Fearlessly going for him, but against the Manta of Fear, he's going to be driven back.
Oh, he's out of mana.
He's completely out of mana, but he has a regeneration rune. He pops it now, and this is the opportunity for EHOME to turn back. This may not be an easy tier 1 tower for EG, and they know it too. They're already going to start TPing back. AUI is going to be caught. He's already done for. Lays out whatever spells he can, and all EG leaves is just the Manta illusions to push into tier 1 tower.
I mean, that's a really common thing that happens. Earthshaker's one of the better heroes against teams with BKBs. It just depends on who's faster, but it's not ZYF that has that BKB, or he's actually doesn't have the Aegis, so they're going to send him first.
All right, here comes the EHOME push. Popping the Manta already. A tier 3 tower going to be dropping fast here. Evil Geniuses, they don't really want to be fighting into an Aegis, but they want to keep their racks alive. It may not be a choice. Seems like they're going to give it up. Oh, never mind. Three-man smoke.
They gotta defend
Lift
it.
his pops.
EHOME's just gonna go for mid as well. They have to go for this here.
They're going to make their initiation now. YJ has already been locked up. AUI sacrificing himself immediately. CTY goes for him and is going to be able to lock him down enough for the shell. Graves saves him actually, keeps him alive. Meanwhile, there goes the Aegis, already taken out. Winter's Curse laying into fear though. He's going to be going down here. Couldn't afford that one. He does not have a buyback. Now YJ pops his ultimate, runs down 2. Good game. 32 minutes in, it's 3-22, and the Evil Geniuses drop game number 1.
Great meme score as EHOME just is completely dominant in this first game, and that was not what I expected. EG is typically the team that almost always walks away